None of us can escape who we are, and no one escapes the table. That is from John Wick 4. And this Pit Viper gun here by Taran Tactical Innovations, it costs $7,500 in the real world. Whew, that's an expensive gun. What makes it so expensive? That, apparently. All that stuff, and probably the fact that it was in a movie, right? If I was a millionaire, I would definitely have one, for sure. But anyways, 6 to 9 months lead time. I bet it's longer than that. I can get one of these 1/3-ish scale keychains instead. I got this from AliExpress. It's quite elaborate, this little case, right? Totally unnecessary. It's just, to me, it's kind of garbage that I didn't need to buy. But if you happen to have a 1/3 scale figure, which is not a common action scale figure, I guess you could use it. Anyways, yeah. Whoa, that little thing broke off, alright. Or I'll fix it later. What's cool about this is it has brass bullets. This should be ejectable, and also it actually, this isn't on there. I always remove these anyways. So let's get these bullets out of here. And you get 5 of them, it looks like. And this is a realistic looking bullet. See, the ejection groove is so close to the edge, so that's really nice. A lot of the other ones, they don't really look like bullets. So that's nice. Okay. Comes with a cleaning cloth. Again, more garbage I don't need. I have so many of these things. It's just pollution waiting to happen. This feels quite heavy. Hold on. I was thinking about weighing it. We'll do it later because I want to have the bullets in there before I weigh it. Let's take a look here. I guess we'll look at the magazine first so I can load the bullets. Interesting. The mag does not drop when I hit the mag release. What's holding this up? Well, let's look at this. Maybe I'll drop with the bullets in there. There's some groove details here. Oh, this is the first one that has indications of how many rounds you would have in your mag. Okay, and then the base has got the Taran logo there, and if you push that pin, you could probably slide it forward and release the spring, but no reason to do so. This is cold to the touch. I have to assume it is made of metal. Let's see how tight the spring is loading these things. So far so good. You know what? This says 6 bullets. Oh, the other ones only come with 5. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's a real hole. You can actually see the brass. Come on. Just try to get the last one in there before I go back to that hole. Nope. So the spring is getting a little tough on that 6th round. I'm also curious if I can push this even further. Yeah, you can. You can definitely get some more rounds in there if you want to. I don't know if you can buy separate ones. But earlier I saw the brass through that hole. I assume this is a double stack magazine down here. So yeah, you might be able to get 10 rounds in there at least. Okay, let's see. This magwell is metal. It's quite cold to the touch. It's got the little pin holding it in place. It's got the little key ring hole, of course, being a keychain thing. And you can slide that without actuating the mag release. Still, though, the mag will not fall out. I don't know, something is causing it to stick. Maybe after a while it'll break in. Oh, there it is. Alright, hold on here. I have this. Oh, let's get the scale before I forget. This thing is 52 grams, if that's important to you. Okay. Alright, so yeah, you might have to just actuate it. Probably some extra molding flash or something. Be careful though, maybe a bullet will fly out of the magazine. It's got a nice satisfying click when it goes in there. That's cool. Alright, so now the trigger is hollowed out, 3 grooves. It's painted brass, it looks like. I think that's brass color right there, and it's painted. Right now no movement, but it hasn't been pulled back yet. There is a very tiny Torx head screw there. That's impressive. Not sure why it's there. Maybe the real one has it. It's got a texture here on the grip. I don't know. I feel like it's plastic. It's not very cold. Oh, this is not a Glock. This is a 2011. Okay. You know, with the squarishness, I thought it was a Glock, but it's got the whatever this is, the safety. Is it a beaver tail? This is called. I forget what they're called. All right, so my bad. This is a 2011, I think, or 1911 or something. But if it's a double stack, that I think makes it 2011. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, another tiny Torx screw. Now this, I imagine, is holding the grip onto the thing. So that's really neat. There's a slight faint texture on that. It's sticking out quite a lot. It actually has a flange. That's I don't know if the real gun has that. In fact, why don't we compare it to some images here. So it has like a copperish, kind of bronzish barrel, and this is kind of sort of like it as well, but super shiny. Definitely the Pit Viper, the Taran logo is there. The serrations are there. Granted, this one's got an extra process there. The trigger has got the 3 parallel slots. The mag release, that definitely looks accurate. This grip is totally different apparently, but I'm sure you can maybe buy this with grips like this. It does have text here like the real gun. It's got the grooves there for the rail. It's got this like a compensator vent thing. It's got the length of the front sight, and the rear sight is, yeah, also quite large. No screw indication though on like the real one. So that's actually quite good, I would say. The mag sticking out like the real thing. Let's see, what about this side? Hold on, let me get this image here. Alright, so it's round here with a little bit of texture. Yeah, the safety here, the hollowed out hammer, and then the text all seems to match up. There's actually a little bar in this vent, and it's actually on this little thing as well. And there's a little bit of a slot right here, and that slot is there as well. This is scalloped out, same with this. So I gotta say, they did their research. They looked at images. This is quite good, quite good. You'd think that's just obvious. Oh boy, there might have been a lot of static noise. I had the USB plugged into this phone. It was dying on me, so now I took it out. Hopefully the audio is a little clearer. Okay, yeah, so impressive, very similar. But I'm noticing black paint is missing there. So I think this whole upper is made of brass and not die-cast metal. It could be machined brass, maybe? That would be insane if that was the case. But die-cast metal doesn't look yellowish, right? Brass does. So that might explain why this is so expensive. This is like, oh boy, if I had to guess, it could have been $25, maybe $30. If I can find the AliExpress link, I will. Huh. Alright. Anyways, let's move on. Let's see if this the slide catch is automatic, like springs up. So far, no. Oh, it's actually trying to load around. Well, I guess I'll show the ejection. This is the best one I've had. A lot of them you can't move the action slowly because it needs momentum to flick the cartridge past the hook. But I'm moving this pretty slow, and it's actually still, look at that, that's really slow, and it's still ejecting the bullet. I'm now noticing here on the mag, this is also brass. I think this is photo etched, and that might be where it got torn off. But you can see the yellowish color past this paint chip, maybe, hopefully. Alright, just loaded a few rounds. I'm going to try to move it as slow as possible and see if it still ejects around. First I gotta load around. Wow, that's amazing that you can move it that slow and it works. But for some reason, it didn't load around. Alright, so I guess maybe that's the trade-off of moving it that slow. It didn't load the next round. Let me yeah, it jammed up. Alright, well, anyways, let's see if it just locks open. It does. Yeah, this is spring activated, it looks like. And so when you run out of rounds, it locks open like a real pistol. So that's really neat. You can see, the barrel now exposed, really cool. I wonder if it's tilting like a real gun. Or actually, I don't know if a 19 or 2011 tilts like a Glock. Alright, so release that. Very cool. And can I actuate this finger? Yes, I can. Very neat. This is so cool. I've reviewed a bunch of these now, but this is by far the best pistol. This is really impressive. I think it's just the quality of it. It's more precise and impressive. Except for this, I'm trying to get the slide safety to go up, and it doesn't want to. See, it should go up further. Oh, there it is. Alright, so everything I think maybe just has to break in. There might be some extra notches or something from the molding process, and you gotta break those off or something. So, alright, that works fine. Now you cannot move that action back. Well, nor, look at this. I cannot pull the trigger because the safety is up. That is unexpected. Safety down? Oh, wait a second. No, the safety is down and I still can't pull the trigger. Oh, there it goes. Maybe this needs breaking in also. So hold on. Cock that back, safety up, nothing. Safety down, trigger. Alright, so you might have to just do a few repeated actions to get it to work properly. But the fact that this safety works is amazing. That is amazing. See, I cannot move that trigger. Safety down, works. That's nuts. This even pivots in and out, so this is built like a real pistol. That's crazy. Well, I guess that's not true, right? Because the thing still worked without me pressing this. So that's one thing they left behind. The 3 springs under there. But there is a spring definitely under here pushing it outwards. So that's cool. Yeah, if it did work, you would have to literally squeeze this also, I think. To actuate it, but thankfully you don't have to. Alright, that's really, really cool. Boy. Look at that. Look at the text, the legibility of it. Very neat. And yes, well, I don't know about this side. If I push this up, it doesn't lift up the other side. I don't know. I don't think this moved. I think it's independent of what's going on this side. I also don't know if this is actually a safety, because it doesn't go up into the slide like here. I don't own this gun in real life, of course. $7,500 pistols. I don't own a 2011 or anything like that. Leave a comment what the deal is with that. If you can explain it to everyone, that'd be nice. Alright, so you do have a notch here in the sight, and so naturally you could, look down the sights. Ooh, there's also 9mm in the barrel here, so that's cool. This compensator looking thing here. Oh, let's see how deep this goes. Not very deep at all, only that much. So the barrel is pretty solid. Really neat, really neat. Ah, boy. I don't know if I'm gonna try to take this apart. I'm pretty sure you have to push this pin out, but I don't know what goes on in the front end of this thing. I haven't taken apart a 1911 in a long time. So I'm going to leave that alone. So a general internet search says this thing is 230mm long. So I'm trying to guess or figure out what scale this is. Unfortunately, it's really hard to do because the prongs of this caliper are not long enough. But if I had to guess, it's probably coming in around 75mm. Yeah, something like 75 is what I'm going to punch in. So 230 divided by 75 is 3.06. So this is 1/3 scale. Yeah, technically it's supposed to be 3.333333, right? But for me, that's good enough. As I was reloading this, I didn't even see this before. Look at that. That's really neat. So it is a 2011 for sure. I don't know why I would say 9/38, unless it's actually taking 9mm rounds and 38 of them. But this only counts up to 17. So, again, if you know better, what's that mean? 9/38. Alright, let's look at some other ones here. So I have this other keychain one, and this is a Glock. Yeah, this is a Glock based one. This is the best one I've seen for this keychain stuff, because it literally says Glock and that Smyrna, Georgia stuff there. So really well done. There is a cheaper or a different one that's trying to do the same thing, but it doesn't have Glock. It also has this, which doesn't belong on the real gun. That as well, the thumb rest, and the Smyrna, Georgia thing is missing. But it's cool. I like the colorway of it, right? And then my very first keychain gun was this. It's an all plastic thing. I don't even know who made it. You'd have to search the channel to find the review of it. But the magazine is meant to hold like a micro SD card. Still, it's pretty neat, but it's all plastic, so I don't advise playing with this thing, because eventually that might break. But this is supposed to be a 2011 as well, I guess. So it's the closest thing to this, but it is not a Pip Viper. It's some sort of squared off face on this thing. I would say the heights are similar though, so this is 1/3 scale, it looks like, this plastic one. Okay, a really wacky dragon scale like grip on that thing. Okay, so sorry, my camera thing is moving around. This is a 1911, but it's like a more like a 2.5 or 2.7 scale. It's just huge. So yeah, comparing this, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, a 1911 I would assume is thinner than a 2011, but not in this toy realm, and the barrel is quite long, so just be mindful if you see listings for something like that. It's a little bit bigger. This one I remember is made by Ying2, but the listings don't say brands. And this is a Kimber 1911, and now let's see here, fat grip, of course. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's a different brand of gun, so this doesn't, no bullets are ejected out of this, or this, but these other ones, or this. I think these 3 ejected bullets, if I recall. You have to just search the channel, I guess. I can't remember everything. Just look up how many videos I've done. It's hard to remember my name sometimes. Well, I gotta say, this is the nicest keychain pistol in my collection. Granted, there aren't that many keychain pistols out there. There's probably 10, if I had to guess. 10 different types of guns. They come in all different colors, though, so you could have a decent collection. Alright, well, if some other new guns do come out, though, I'll definitely pick them up. I really like these things. I find the ejection feature to be pretty cool. But in this particular case, the fact that they're using photo etched metal and bending it to make like a magazine, and possibly the slide of this thing is CNC'd brass. That's insane. Boy, I'm sorry, I gotta go back here. I didn't even look at the top of this thing. It's like some sort of indication of the elevator for the rear sight. The Taran logo there, and just some more opening holes there. So very cool. Oh, the safety is on. It's crazy, it actually works. Yeah, very neat, right? That barrel, very coppery or pink. It looks like more like rose gold, to be honest with you. There's some sort of metal sliding down in there below it. I almost want to take the magazine out so it'll lock open. Strange, now it's not locking open. Maybe it only locks open when the magazine is in it. That would be even crazier. But I guess I could just use the this thing. So I apologize, this is an all convoluted review. I don't rehearse my stuff. I don't have time to do so. I'm trying to see what else is in there. There's the ejector hook. Okay. I guess that is all we can see here. So I guess that's it for today. I shall leave another quote from the movie. Second chances are the refuge for men who fail.